What are you guys doing? What up? What up? What up? My name's Debbie Tona. This is my page. Welcome. Every Thursday, I take a thrift store item or something that I found at a yard sale or an estate sale or something that was given to me. And I upcycle it to give you guys ideas on what to do with all that junk you got laying around your house. We all got a lot of junk. So paint, texture can go such a long ways. The ones I did last week, I already sold one of them. If you guys want me to watch that, you can watch it on replay on YouTube. I have all my Thrifty Thursdays on YouTube and Facebook, but they're easier to find on YouTube. So today I have this. I picked this up at the thrift store. There's a problem though. See the hole, the crack around it? Now it's not going to fall off or it's not going to fall apart. Like I tried to make it seat, but it won't seat level. But it's just kind of, it's a little funky, right? With that little, it's got a pretty big crevice. I tried to put some glue in there, but I can't get it to like go down. So I'm going to fix that. I'm going to try to. And I'm going to hide it and make it a little more stable because it kind of moves a little bit. So when you guys hop on, say hey. Move my computer further back or I'm going to get paint all over it. So I'm going to put the camera down. So we're going to try to work on this. Now I grabbed my Dixie Mud. Dixie Mud is a product that you can use to fill holes in. Like say you have a dresser and you want to get rid of the hardware and you want to have to, you're going to get different size hardware. So you would put this on that. It would make it disappear. If you have like missing chunks of veneer and you want to make it all smooth out before you paint, this is what Dixie Mud does. So this is amazing stuff. When I first started painting, I used to use Bondo, and Bondo stinks and it's red and it just doesn't do good. So Dixie Mud comes in white, black, and brown. It doesn't matter what color you're going to use because seriously, you're going to paint over it anyhow. Now you can do raised stenciling with this too. You can take this, put it over the top of a stencil, pull the stencil up, and you would have like a 3D stencil. Hi, Jan. So another thing is I store my Dixie Mud in the fridge and it lasts forever. If you don't, it can mold. So it's a really nice and thick little compound kind of paste here. It dries relatively fast, but what I'm going to do is just kind of do it like that and then use my finger to kind of fill in this little hole right here, this gap. Now the gap is pretty big, so I'm going to just go around. I'm not trying to make it perfect. I mean, this is a home decor item. It's not going to be very expensive, but I want to kind of make that gap less noticeable. And then it needs to dry. So I'm going to force it to dry after we texture and see what happens, see if I can get it to dry. Normally I would just let it dry naturally, sand it down, smooth, and go on with my day. But we ain't got all day to let it dry naturally. It'd take a couple hours to do that and put a little bit more on. And also, if I was doing this like on a dresser and it had sunken holes, I would do a layer of it and then let it dry, sand it, and then I would do a second layer. I'm just trying to get in that groove right there with my finger and fix that dent, basically, that's there. It'll also make it so it won't move back and forth. Have you guys ever used Dixie Mud? It's awesome product. Okay. Let me take a paper towel. Let me wipe off the excess because it doesn't need to be there. I'll get damp. I may go wash my hands too. I got it all up on top here. We only want it on the crease. There we go. We'll just use the rest of it for texture. Okay. So now we've got it attached right there. And we're going to let it dry. But we're going to force dry it here in 2 seconds when we add some texture to this piece. Hey, Jana. So keep that in the fridge. Let me wash my hands really quick. All righty. How about some texture? I am almost out of salt wash, and guess what? I forgot to order it. God, I hate when I do that. I just put an order in. Did I order it? No. So I am using like the dregs. Look at how much I have left. Like my container is empty. Oh well. We'll use the rest of it in our hours. So what I'm going to do is I have this. This is like a finial, right? That's what this thing is called. And I have another one right here. This is like a cast iron one. This one doesn't need to be textured, but we might just see how much paint we end up using and how much we have left. So I'm going to use coffee bean, which is a dark brown. Putting it in my pot and see how much salt wash, how far. Basically, you just eyeball it. No measurements with salt wash. Paint, then add the texture medium to it. Stir it up. The thicker you want it, add more salt wash. Hi, Kim. How's it going? Not very thick. I'm going to end up using my whole tub of salt wash, which is what I suspect I would. And just mix it up. This stuff is so awesome. I love salt wash. It is my jam. The longer you let it sit, the thicker it gets. So say this is all the salt wash I had and it wasn't thick enough. I could go sit it outside for about 10 minutes in the sun and it would thicken up faster. Okay. I'm not going to do that. And I wanted a little bit thicker. Like I said, I bet you're going to use all of this in here. That should be good. It's an awesome product. I just can't say enough about how cool this stuff is. It's what I did my brick wall with in the store. It's what I texture all the furniture with in the store. It's just a super cool paint additive. It mixes in. It's not white. So see now my consistency of paint, right? Thick, brownie like batter. Like I said, the longer it sits out with the open air, the thicker it gets. Let me grab a brush. And I just usually grab like junky brushes. I don't like to use like good brushes with salt wash. I mean, you can. I prefer not to. I've already washed the finial with white lightning. 82 in Minnesota. Good for you. It was 96 here when I left yesterday. And today it's like 80. Perfect weather. Love it. Hi, Ronnie. Did you guys catch my live yesterday with Miss Lillian's? To show you what I did with that piece for those of you that caught it. I'm just going to tap, tap, tap. This is going to add texture, and it's, you know what else it's adding? It's adding a way for me to, I'm going to go right over that gently, that Dixie mud that we put down. This is kind of a slick piece, so I wanted to get it to not be so slick. Just turn it. It's got some cool details on it. The trick is going to be drying this puppy in the side of our line. I will give it my best shot. But you know, these slick pieces, when you add the salt wash to them, it helps the paint adhere. So that's why I do like using it. Generally, when I'm back here, you know, crafting away, I don't have to speed dry it. So go all the way up to the top. This thing is These are great additions to your home decor. So these look great on your mantle with a couple candlesticks. You know, it gives you a dimension, a different shape. You don't need two of them. You just need one. Like this one with this one together. Beautiful. Think of them like that when you're decorating. I have them on my mantle. Love them. Different. Nothing on my mantle. So on my mantle, nothing matches on both sides. Like it's not a candlestick on this side, a candlestick on that side, a picture frame. No, it's all different things, and it all goes together so well. Like mix it up. We are not stuck in 1960. Not everything has to be matchy-matchy. It just has to coordinate. We just got to coordinate. I got plenty of paint left, so guess what? May as well do this one too. Since it's sitting right here looking at me, because it's going to take a hot minute to dry this. I hope this wasn't a mistake doing this with the Dixie mud. Hey, Desi. So we'll just do this one too. Why not? Why not? Everybody gets texture. You guys walk in today, I'll give you some texture too. Texture is just the answer to painting and making things look good, because the texture grabs when you use it, like the waxes and the glazes grab into that texture. We did texture on our pumpkins that we did last weekend. Am I going to rust it? No. No, I'm not going to rust it. But I will show you something that I did just rust right behind me, or right next to me. I still have extra. So what I will do is put the lid on this and save it and use it tomorrow because I'm almost out of salt wash. Okay. So while we're drying these, like I said, I hope this takes too long. Should have got two of them out, right? Let's show you. Taking your breaths. I just rusted this whole entire dresser. This I did live. I did a video on my tribe, which is my paid group. This is all a rusted look. Sorry, I can't get that far. I use texture. I use Dixie Belle patina spray. I also used, we did the look that we did last week on the lantern that we did with the rust color. Remember I said I was going to do my dresser? I use the same thing. Collard greens, Florida orange, and aged red from mud paint. So the other two are Dixie Belle and then that. And I did this whole thing and then I added the rust. It looks like it's been out on the ocean, like it's been on the coast. Hi, Lisa, forever. Isn't that cool? Super cool. So Desi textured too. Candelabras. Ooh. Right on. Good for you. I bet you that's beautiful. Onyx is black. Beautiful color. So what's everybody doing? You painting today? Well, Desi was just painting. Lisa, you painting today? So we are trying to speed dry this. We've got the salt wash. We put the Dixie mud to try to hide this hole down here. We may have to paint this little one first. I should have done this beforehand. But I didn't think of it until I decided to go live 10 minutes ago. Isn't the dresser cool? The rust and stuff on it is amazing. So fun. So let me tell you the story behind the dresser that's sitting right there. I did it. I do videos weekly in my my private group, my Transformations Tribe. That's my paid group. It's $29 a month if anybody wants to join. But I did a video and I painted a totally different color. And then I did Thrifty Thursday with you guys last week. And I did that lantern in the rust colors, the orange, the green, and the red. And I was like, oh my God, that's the colors that I want. I want it to be very grungy, old. Looks like it's just been, looks like metal. So then I came back and that's what I did. So fun. And then I did another video on it. So that my whole thing is like, you guys need to pivot when things aren't working like you want them, because I didn't like how it turned out. I pivoted. Oh, you're doing a dresser with sunflowers? Right on. Are you painting the sunflowers on? You better be. Are you using transfers? Don't tell me you're using transfers. Because you can paint. If you guys don't follow Lisa Ball on Facebook, are you on Facebook and Instagram, Lisa? Lisa is a artist, like canvas artist, amazing artist, like phenomenal artist. What is it? Ball Design? Put your link in the comments. Oh, you're using decoupage paper? This girl can paint, like, boy, could she paint. Put your link, Lisa, in your comments to your page. I can't paint like that. I can paint this kind of stuff, but man, she's wicked, wicked talented. Okay, pretty dry, not all the way. We're gonna dry the little one as I just pull the paint off. So next week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, vintage road tripping. Who's coming? 19 stores, shop hop. So basically what that means is you can start at number 1, or you can start at number 2, or you can start at number 10, or I don't even know what stop I am, 13. It doesn't matter where you start. There's 19 stores all throughout our valley. So it is Idaho, obviously. It goes from Boise all the way up to like Fruitland, Payette. So it's the whole idea is to grab your friends and go road tripping. Visit all the stores that you normally wouldn't go see. Stop in every one. We have punch cards that we will punch for you. And you can get entered for prizes. Really cool prizes. This year, or this time, instead of doing gift baskets, we all did gift certificates. All the stores have donated a gift certificate. So, and then there's a grand prize, like to a big Airbnb in Boise. If you go to all 19 shops, you get entered to that. If you go into 6 shops, you get entered into a drawing. 6, 12, or 19, you get entered into drawing. So there's 4 shops in downtown Nampa alone. We have the most shops within walking distance of any of the towns. So come and support the local businesses, you guys. This has been the hardest year for all of us. All the shops are feeling the same way that I am. It's been tough. And next year is not promised. So if something doesn't change, we won't be here. I'm just telling you the truth because I'm always upfront. So anytime you guys buy paint from me or support me by watching my videos, sharing my stuff, telling your friends, it helps. So I do appreciate you guys all for that. Okay, but it has been a tough year. All right, Veronica, what do you want to know, Ronnie? Oh, it was a wonderful time, yes. Oh, did you get your foster girl? Aw. 1 years? Oh, 9-year-old. I was like, you got a 1-year-old? Holy jeez. Yay. So you did get a foster baby. 9 years old. I have a grandson that's 9 years old. Well, actually, just turned 10. Good for you. Congratulations, Lisa. I'm sure you're going to make a huge impact on her life. It takes a special person to do that. Not me. I got enough grandkids, right? Do you have our bus ready to go? Yeah, sure, Jana. Let's all get on the Tona Transformations bus. You know, I called somebody once about a bus to do the thrift stores. They never got back to me. I like to go around and like go to the thrift stores and then come back and like have some big crafting session. Wouldn't that be fun? Maybe we should just do like everybody meet at like Deseret Industries and you have like a $20 spending limit that you just spend. And then we come back and we all do a challenge. Wouldn't that be fun? I grabbed French linen from Dixie Belle just because I thought this one might be kind of fun to be like a real neutral kind of palette. We're just tap, tap, tapping. We're just going to layer our colors. And I'm going to dip my brush in, then I'm going to offload it. What I mean is I dip it in and then I offload it to the side so that my brush is not saturated. That's what the... Anybody got one of those like 20 passenger vehicles? Like the church bus? Anybody like have a church bus that we can use? Wouldn't that be fun? That allows alcohol. That'd be funny. We'll use your church bus. We're going to drink on it. I don't even drink. I don't talk about. It's not because I wouldn't want to drink. It's just that ever since I had my son, who is now 32, my firstborn, I became allergic to alcohol. I blame it on him. He laughs. He says, "That's okay, Mom. I'm allergic to alcohol too, but I just power through." I'm like, "You dick." So I break out really bad. Like when I drink, there's something in alcohol that ever since I had babies, because I used to be able to drink, I break out so bad. Like I get super hot and flush. Feel like I'm going to pass out. So I decided to not drink. So I just don't. It's easier. My husband always has a designated driver, right? How lucky is he? We never get in trouble that way. Nobody goes to jail. And I just drive, which makes me happy too, because then I got to yell at him the way he drives. So here we go. But I don't mind if other people drink, as long as they're not stupid. I don't like stupid people when they're drunk. So we are just tap, tap, tapping, tap, tap, tapping. I didn't want to brush because the salt wash really isn't thoroughly cured yet. So if I were to brush, it would wipe it off. And we don't want to do that. Let's come down so you guys can. Oh, I think up is better, huh? Hi, Cindy. John is doing good. Oh, you got in trouble with Facebook, huh? Yep, you can't accept all those people as friends. They're not really your friends. They're fake. Okay, let's do both of them at the same time. Yes, I've been allergic to alcohol for 32 years. That's why I don't drink. People always think like, oh, is she an alcoholic? No, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. No, I wasn't. If I drink one sip of wine, I get so red and flushed. It's whatever is in the alcohol, whatever they used to make it. So I'm not allergic to Pepsi though, so I'm okay with that. So tap, 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 French linen. How much prettier it already looks, right? And I still have leftover paint. I can't find my sawmill gravy. I'm still looking for it. I see my fluff. What did I do with it? Usually they're like on top of dressers somewhere. And I can't find it. You know that's my favorite color. And I'm really bummed. And I was like, where the heck is it? So I grabbed drop cloth instead. Now we're going to add a little bit of burlap. Oh, you have 5 accounts. I don't know why you had 5 accounts. 1 account. I don't ever accept friends from when somebody says they have a new Facebook. I'm like, okay, couldn't figure it out the first time. I can't do this anymore. Because then you never know if they got hacked or not. Burlap, which is a tan color. Tap, 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 tap. What this is doing is giving us layers and texture, right? We are building our piece so that, see, that's the paint, and then tap it off so that it's not so heavy on your brush. Beautiful day out today, you guys. Beautiful. So my car, my Jeep, has been in the shop for 3 months. I just got it back a few days ago. Got a new engine. 2 new engines, actually. So my car broke down when we went to California. Fiasco. They fixed it. We drove it to California. We got stranded in California. It was lovely. It was a great trip. So it's been in the Jeep dealer here for 3 months. I finally got it back. As I was driving today, it did something really weird and stupid, and now it's going to go back in again. So to say that I'm frustrated with my car is the understatement of the year. But anyhow, what are you going to do? Get mad? Or just deal with it? Luckily, I have other cars. But yes. 3 months, 2 engines, and still doing something stupid. I think I'm going to buy a new car. My car is not old. My car is relatively new. But anyhow, such is life. So tap, tap, tap. We're just tapping burlap. I love this color. Yeah, you can't accept those people, that's for sure. Raining all week in Minnesota. Yeah, because of the hurricane. I know. I have some friends in Florida, and they weren't sure if they were going to have power or anything today. I don't know how they all live through that stuff. How do y'all live with like hurricanes, tornadoes? Hurricane, I think I could deal with. Tornadoes freak me the hell out. A couple years ago, we were traveling. Yeah, 2 years ago. It was October. John and I were driving. We flew to Texas. Oh no, it was that summer before. Anyhow, we were in Tennessee, and we were driving home. We rented a truck. We were driving across country. And with a Penske truck, and I was filling it up on my way. And all of a sudden, we're at this hotel, and there's the tornado thing. I'm like, I stopped and I said to him, "What are we supposed to do?" He goes, "I don't know." I said, "Well, you lived in Florida." He goes, "They have hurricanes there, not tornadoes." And I'm like, he goes, I go, "What do you do in a tornado?" He goes, "Go to the basement." I said, "Do you think they have a basement?" He goes, "I sure hope so." But it never hit, thank God. I said, "Hi, I'm from California, okay? We have earthquakes. I know what to do in an earthquake. Stand in the doorway, get underneath the table. Don't stand by anything that's going to fall on your head. Fine. But something that's going to take off my whole entire roof of my house is not something I want to live by." How do you live with tornadoes? You people that live in Oklahoma, Kansas, I don't understand. This is why I live in Idaho. Guess what? We got nothing. We got fire. Fire I can escape from my house, like wildfires. But that's not like, that's like it's coming. It's not just going to be there. Yeah. Crazy. Other than that, we have we had one earthquake since I lived here. The funniest thing ever happened to me was during this earthquake. So we were in the other location. Me and my husband we were there. It was one day, and it was after we closed. And all of a sudden, I looked at him and I said, "What's that sound?" Because you don't have earthquakes usually in Idaho. And he goes, "Is that an earthquake?" We both were like, because we've been here for 20 years and never ever felt one, right? I look out on the floor, the main area of the store, the showroom, and all of my lights, my vintage lights, were scrolling. I said, "Yeah, well, dang, we just had an earthquake." It wasn't that big. My daughter called me, "Mom, we just had an earthquake." I said, "I know." She goes, her husband, never been in an earthquake, never knew what to do. She goes, now this is a kid that grew up in Louisiana, so I'm guessing they had hurricanes and probably tornadoes. She goes, "He jumped in the bathtub." I go, "Why?" Because that's what he thought you were supposed to do. I laughed so hard. I said, "Honey, you don't jump in the bathtub. That's for something else. That's like the tornado. You jump in the bathtub and you put the mattress over your head. I laugh so hard. Bless his little heart, right? Oh, you stand in the doorway or get underneath the table. That's what you're supposed to do with an earthquake because it's the falling stuff, right? You don't want the stuff to fall on you. Hey, Benita, will you close that door? I don't know. The ghost opened it. It opened all by itself. I just heard the music. Ghost opened my door. So yeah, isn't that funny? Oh my gosh. Has anybody lived through really bad ones? When you lived in Kentucky, you were under tornado watch, quickly came home to California. Yeah, right? Yeah, the tornado or the hurricane is hitting Florida. You go to the root cellar. I don't have a root cellar. We don't have root cellars. I'm from California. We never have root cellars or basements. That's like a back east thing. We don't have them here either. So I don't know what to do. But I said, well, hopefully it doesn't hit. I looked outside. I didn't see nothing. I said, okay, maybe it was just, I think it wasn't the sirens. It was just like on TV. And I was like, what are we supposed to do? He's like, I don't know. What are we supposed to do? Bunch of idiots. Google it. Google it. Look at how pretty this is. Okay, so this looks like old stone now, right? Can you guys see that? Look at how pretty that is. Oh my gosh. Loving that. Let's do this one. Funny when you're from different parts of the country, right? You don't think about things. Did I put the, yeah, I did. You don't think about those things, right? Love it. Luckily, I lived in California when they had the big earthquake in San Francisco where the Bay Bridge collapsed. I was in Sacramento at the time, which is like 2 hours away from the Bay Area where the main thing happened. I remember I was young, it was before we got married. It's back in the 80s. 4 children before, anything. And I remember walking, I lived in an apartment, and walking to get my mail. And I remember thinking, why is the pool water moving and nobody's in the pool? It was because of the earthquake 2 hours away. Isn't that crazy? That was a really devastating earthquake. Lots of people. What was that called? I can't remember what that one's called. Jan, what was that one called? The big one. San Francisco one, not the LA one. And the LA one hit a few years later. Loma what is it called? Prieta? I see it, but I'm not saying it right. Loma Prieta? Yes. Yes, in 89. 6.9, it was huge. And all the buildings. Loma Prieta? How am I saying it right? Anyhow. What do you guys think? Aren't these gorgeous? New England has basements, huh? We ain't got basements or root cellars. We just got houses with garages attached. So pretty. I love, okay, can you see the texture on there? Now we could wash the whole thing with a glaze if we wanted to, but I don't think I'm going to. I kind of like how it looks like old stone. And it actually is. And the hole that we covered down at the bottom is not so noticeable now. Now the Dixie mud is still wet, so I'm not going to tip it sideways, but by tomorrow when it dries, it should really cement that and make it so that it's not going to hurt it. So now these two characters can go hand in hand, right? They can go as coordination, but not matching, right? They don't have to match to coordinate. Okay, guys, 4:35. So we spent 35 minutes. We got 2 really fun things done, and I hope you like it. Let me show you a couple other things that I just did. You saw I don't know if you guys caught my live, but if you did. If you didn't, go back and watch it. It's on my YouTube. It was for Miss Lillian's paint, and it was this thing over here. That blue one that's written right there. Well, this was the back of it, where I put the bonding primer on it, and then I just made some molds. Now this sits on top of that little wash basin over there, so I'm going to paint this tomorrow because I made some paper clay molds today to fix this. This was you'll have to look at the picture. of the before. It was old ceramic tile, but there was a family crest right here. It was really ugly. And it just didn't go well. It was like green with maroon. It didn't look very well together. So I just did that. But let me show you two more things that I just did. Okay. I did this one. Oh my God, I love this one. Getting ready for vintage road tripping. It's a window, a vintage window. Isn't it cute? Look at how cute his face is. Right? A hummingbird. And then I did this one. I just finished them up. I did two more too. I did actually four of them. How cute that one is. So these are going to be available. I'm trying to bust them all out. Get them all done, get them all ready. We got a lot of new stuff in the store. I just put out like 4 new really big tables that I did. A couple more things. Isn't the bird so cute? Long Island has basements too, huh? Basements are great. Yours is finished. Oh, laundry room and full bathroom. You know, we have walkout basements here like that. So I get that. Okay, you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for talking. And I appreciate you guys all so much. So I will catch you next Thursday is iffy because we have vintage road tripping. I will try. Sometimes there's a lull. It just depends how many people are here and if there's somebody out there to help Gary Ann besides me, because it's usually a pretty busy day. If I can, it'll probably be a quick project, or maybe it'll just be a live on what we're doing. Either way, I'll come on and say hi eventually. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. My name is Debbie Tona, and I appreciate you guys every single day. Thanks. And let me know if you have questions. And go out and be